Oh, good day, good day, good day. Welcome to Ken's Hobbies, my channel. My name is Ken Lind. As you've seen in my last video, I got the second set of rings in. So it's time to get this compressor put back together and get working on there so I get some air again. So that being said, let's get at it. Where do I start? I think I'll start. Oh yeah, I see where I gotta start. There are two pistons, 1 and 2, and trying to figure out how I can secure this bit. Yeah, I'll put that there for now. Grab the first piston and first set of rings. Want to hear a good one? These came yesterday. And this morning I got an email saying rings are on the way. Well, I already got the rings. So kinda weird why I got an email saying your rings are on your way. Okay, so we have 2 compression rings and 1 oil ring. We always start with the oil ring first. And the secret I've learned during the years is you hold on to the piston, and then just using your thumbs you can gently pop these open and put them in place. Now, is there a difference between the top and the bottom one? Let's measure and find out. Now you preset these so the gap is just outside of where your wrist pin goes, and you counterset them at a different angle. Okay, this top one feels on the tight side, and I can see why. That little spacer portion of that ring is distant, so the rings that were originally in here must have been on the short side. Okay, get a little hook here. Find the edge here. See this ring here? Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Let's measure this with this one. Oh, this can be fun to get out. Oh boy. See, this is going to be a challenge. Generally, you have instructions that tell you which is the top compression ring and which is the bottom compression ring. The bottom one, that feels good. It's this top one that's on the tight side, and I can see why. Oh boy, yeah. Like a spacer. Keep coming. Oh boy, almost. I need something a little tougher than that. Pause it for now. Figured a way out. Clamp the piston in. That's a little like a spacer ring. That's a little bit of a problem. So now we'll turn this around. Very gently snug it in. Let's see how this fits now. That's more like it. That's how it should be. Okay, so that's piston number 1. I'll just let it set it there. Grab our next one. Our next set of rings here. Starting with the oil ring. Okay. Something on this side right in here. Do we have the same issue? Yeah, we have the same issue. Okay, we know the answer now. Where did my pick go? Right there. Turn this on the side so you can see what we're doing here. Yeah, it's overlapping. That's why she won't go in. So this must have been a shorter in millimeters, and that's why these spacers put in on the old ring. Found a secret. You gotta kind of flip these over like so to get it off. That's how it should be. Perfect. Okay, now in setting your compression rings, I'll show you the pattern. Okay, your wrist pin's here. So you put your oil ring there. Hit your first compression ring on the opposite side. Then on this one, you want it on the opposite side to the bottom one. So that's ready to go in. Then we're ready to put the pistons in. Where do I put my ring compressor? I broke down. This is my old ring compressor. I broke down, bought me a new one. Thing is, where did I put it now? Right. Got to pause it again here while I look for it. Okay, the reason I cleaned that out. Got it all cleaned. Now I just put Vartol in here, and I mixed it with some oil. So now you take your piston, double check on your rings, make sure they where you first put them. You see the opposite here. And we let it put it in there. And we'll get the old ring compressor here, and we'll put the key for it right there. You can just use a 1/4-inch drive ratchet for this, but you've got the tool with it, so check. Now we'll put the sink it on, and we'll tighten it up. Oh yeah. Okay. That's why I like my 1/4" drive ratchet. This is a tighty. Wouldn't be difficult on me, eh? Oh boy. Okay. How the devil can I hold this down? Supposed to be able to turn this and it squeezes at the end. That's we gotta figure out how to hold it down so that we can succeed. That sure digs into the hand. I don't like this key. I think I'm gonna look for my 1/4" drive ratchet and do like I generally do. There's your. Let's take my 1/4" drive extension like that, and I use my ratchet. So I gotta go looking for the ratchet now. Okay, well, I finally found my ratchet. Looking for it. Figured a way I can hold this down. Seeing this is the first use on this compressor, so we'll get the old channel locks out. Well, I thought it would work. Maybe it won't. We'll soon find out. Nope. Okay, back to the drawing board. So break this in. I've never had one this tight. Whoa. Settle down. That's one powerful spring. Aha. I see, the smaller the diameter gets, the tighter this becomes. Wow. Okay, I gotta come up with a method here. Oh boy. Yeah, I might have to do this the old-fashioned way. Let's see my channel locks again. Can't get a grip on it that way. How about I release? Won't compress that small. Okay, well, there is a resort to the old-fashioned way. The old-fashioned way is gently squeezing one at a time in, and this is a little much more time-consuming, but it does work. But you got to be very, very careful in doing it this way without getting a cramp in the fingers. What you do is you start from the back side, keeping pressure this way, and working the ring into place. Well, just popped back out. I'm gonna have to try to get this thing to work. Just trying to figure out how I can grip it. I'm going back to the old ring compressor. I did manage once upon a time to get it closer, so let's dig the old one back out. These are designed more for bigger pistons. I know for a fact this one does. Of course, also it slides a little easier. It's not quite as powerful as a spring because it's had years of usage. Yeah, this is going to work better. We'll put it in the vise here so I can work at it better. I can keep my eye on the rings. It's even tight, but it is definitely beginning to squeeze them better. Just beginning to squeeze them, which is what we're after. I tried to see if I could find me a small piston ring compressor, but I couldn't find one, so we have to fight and struggle with what we got. Like I said, they're designed for bigger ones, not smaller ones. So close, so doggone close. Figure a way to grip this to get some more grip on it. Let's try this. Ah, yeah. Oh, so close. Oh, we got halfway there. Let's get a little more leverage on here. Right. We're almost there. Didn't need much more, though. Try this one. Okay. We'll come up with something here yet. That's all we needed. Should have gone by now. What? All it takes is 1 millimeter and it won't go. The oil ring is in. I can't get that any tighter. Well, I'm going to pull this off and check what's going on here. It should have gone in. And that's just what I said. 1 millimeter is all it takes. It started, so we're going to have to gently work its way in. I didn't think these small pistons would be this hard in comparison to. I'm going to put this in the vise so I got it clamped down. Quits moving on me. Oh boy. This is all about problem solving. Run into one house, you figure a way out. Okay, we want to keep pressure on that. Whole reason I decided to show this was because I never got to see when I did the boat engine. Because I started my channel after I started that engine project. And I didn't figure the smaller pistons would be this much of a struggle. So we both learned something. I get one side started and the other, it pops the other side out. I don't like hammering, but we're going to give it a try. No, I don't. I'll figure out a method here. I can make, we're so darn close with this one, like falling off of a log, yet can't get that 1 millimeter. That's like I said, all it takes is 1 millimeter. Now, to stop that from turning, I'm going to make me a jig. I did come up with an idea. Okay, we've got gas into that hole, but maybe, just maybe, okay, come up with a different plan here. I know what the problem is. So as to the solution, I'm going to try to make some kind of a ring around here to make it wider, like so. Well, I'm going to shut the camera off here while I figure this solution out. Experimenting, studying, and trying different methods out, and I come up with the answer. As you heard me say, what's happening here? These rings are compressor ring compressors. They're designed more for rings like this size, not this size. What happens when you get down to this small? These little springs here, as they're winding up here, well, they run out of room, and that's why I can't turn it anymore. So I came up with a solution. My solution is right here. I cut a length off here, and I cut a length off the spring tension here. Now, you ever have one of those moments where you laugh at yourself? I got one here. This, when I was trying to get it in the groove here, I gave it a first fold over, didn't have it quite folded enough. It flew. I didn't see where it flew to. And for the last 2 hours, I've been searching all over the floors, under the bench, everywhere as to where this spring could have flown to. Well, as it turns out, I went to get something, do something else. I forgot all about it. Yeah, it's riveted here, on here. Yeah, right. So, a moment where you can laugh at yourself. That was one of them. So now that we got that, I figured out how this will get smaller circumference. So, making this old one there, now that I got the new one, I can get away with this. So, we gotta get it underneath here and through there first. Then loop it along in here and try to get it into this little groove here. Ouch! I know how to stop that from flying. There. Okay, we need a tighter, eh? Oh, I see. Wait a minute. Let's get a second pair out. Yeah, we got not one but two to stop springing on us. This would make this number one. Let's give it a little more tension here. Now, we should be able to get this in place. A little too close. Let's try there. Gotta have enough room so that you can get this through this channel up and into this little groove. Aha! Oh, see! So you had only a little bit of a bend here, but that much, which was definitely not enough. This is a bit tricky here. There we go. Ah! Now, when I went to get the popped out on me again. Oh, okay. Let's try the other way. A little bit of a notch there yet that it won't go fully. So I'll try to straighten that out a bit. Okay, keep the tension there. Get this down. Oh, I thought I was in. Oh, it broke off. Okay. All else, like they say, all else fails, try again. Let's try a new one. A little too many bends on it. That wasn't a very straight one, but it gets a bend in it. I'll see, it's a bit of a challenge. Doesn't help when your hand cramps up on you. Oh, I see why it ain't going. Little piece of broker's in there. Okay. Well, you know what I'm up to now anyway. Okay, well, I finally got it. So let's see how this is going to work now. So we got a shorter distance. What I'm going to do is make the initial test this way. Oh yeah, we're a lot smaller. And now we're down to the whole big difference. Well, my theory was right. too much spring in here and it hits end of the road. Can't go any farther. Okay, let's open this back up and we'll try again. Okay, it's pretty well dried out now, so we'll redunk it. We'll start it here. Rings have not changed on me. Okay, if my theory is right, this should work. Let's get down a little more. So far, so good. No. You just stay right there. Didn't quite get that spring square enough on the initial there, but that's a lot more sucked in than what it was. And I see something here that I don't like as to why that final piece is not collapsing the way it should. Right here, one ring is a little too much right there, and it's closed in and touching right against the other ring. There's no clearance in between. Well, we can solve that. There's a simple way of solving that problem. So we got to touch up that top ring. But this definitely was the answer.